folks. Tilt this down a little bit. How's everyone doing tonight?
Thanks for joining us.
Seems like spring's been in the air for a lot of people, except maybe Kevin. I'm still hoping Kevin can dig himself out of there.
The music's still going.
No?
Oh, headphones?
Yeah.
Hi. So, who is here? Who is here? We got Christian. We have Kevin at Hope This Works Our Homestead. We have Legally Amusing. We have McCoy's Oak Hill Farm. We have Oaknob Farm. We have my mom. We have Jason at Start From Seed Homestead. Start From Seed Homestead. And we have the Woods Family Homestead.
And I see Billy Joe's here. Sweet Iris tuning in.
Oh, sweet. And Billy. Glad you all can make it.
Yes. Oh, the Bearded Giant just popped in.
Woohoo!
Watch him from your car on your phone. Watch the road, Andrew. You can just listen to us. You don't need to see us.
No.
You've seen us enough.
We're not that interesting looking anyways.
No.
We just sit here.
Dan's here.
Dan's here.
He's pretty happy about the springtime happenings.
The Charlie Brown mug is here.
Yep. Charlie Brown's hair. That's for sure. So how are folks doing? Seriously, let us know. Things have kind of warmed up a little bit up this way, and we have been spending some time outside, tapping trees, exploring ice caves, things like that. What have you guys all been up to?
Ashley's here now.
Ashley, welcome from the East Coast.
So this week's shenanigans, Mother Nature created a slanted skating rink.
Yes, downhill skating rink in our laneway.
Yeah, our laneway is now a 300-meter long uphill or downhill skating rink.
Yeah, I suppose going uphill would be fun.
We should try that.
We should.
Try going down.
We should while we can.
Oh man, we need to have helmets.
I got
knee
a
pads.
ATV helmet over there.
That's going to be interesting. Oh my goodness. Okay. We have something to do now.
We do. Should we make a video of that, though?
I don't know. I think that was going to be an epic.
Yeah, it probably. Well, that could be a good. We'll have to see.
We'll have to see.
We'll have to see.
How Canadians get their mail.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
Oh, is it getting kind of wonky? Let me have a look at the. Everything says okay here, Dave. But we'll see.
Oh,
Video?
he says everything is okay, but send in... Oh, it's a question mark. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is anybody having problems other than Dave East?
Dave East is probably down trying to get the fire going with his evaporator. He doesn't have any internet service down there.
We are kind of... Okay, you're good now, Dave?
Okay.
We're kind of neighbors with Doug.
Kind of neighbors. Oh yeah, Doug and Wendy. Doug, is that who we're chatting with here?
North. Doug. Your name has North in it.
I'm not sure.
No. Yeah. You were saying that you were looking at a house near us.
Yeah, if it's the same Doug.
There's so many Dougs.
We'll have to see. That's pretty cool though. If you guys ended up buying something while you were up here, because I was going to send you a couple more private listings that just came up right along our stretch of road here. But if you guys found your sweet spot, then that is excellent.
Leanna's here. Where is he?
I'm not sure, but Leanna's here. Yeah, okay, so we got the right dog we're talking about. Very cool.
We do see some gravel on our driveway, but very small patches.
Yeah, it's going to make it really tough for blowing snow now because all those rocks getting stuck in the snowblower. That's not fun.
Yeah, it's going to be plowing from now on.
Shear pin, shear pin, shear pin, shear pin, shear pin. My pockets are empty now. I don't have any left.
Just plowing.
Well, yeah. Still know where to put it, though.
So also this week we started tapping trees.
Mm-hmm.
And they started building his evaporator.
Mm-hmm.
Video still to come.
Yep.
The labor of love.
Yeah.
And trial and error.
Yep. It was nice to have a few warm days where your fingers don't freeze when you're working on things.
Mm-hmm.
because it's one of those projects where the next step cannot happen until the previous step happens, and you understand what exactly it is that you're building. That's the name of the game with this evaporator.
Ooh, Howland Shores. That is pretty close to it.
Oh, and nice, very nice.
I wonder if that's. We had friends that tried to buy a property there, and their offer got turned down.
Yeah, maybe that could very well be it. That'd be interesting. But Haviland Shores, Doug, is like, I mean, we could walk there.
We just heard from those same people that there is a artisanal well on Haviland Shores Drive.
Yes.
It's so much closer than the one we went to. It would have been nice to know before, but nice to know now. And we'll probably try to look for that. Because if we need it, that'll be 5 kilometers away instead of 30.
20 or 30, yeah.
It's nice and warm for you today, Sweet Irish Farm. That's nice.
Very nice.
It was chilly again. It was below freezing again, -5 Celsius today. It's been above freezing for a few days. That's why we have ice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It rained and turned into a nice, nice slick downhill bobsled. Luge?
Okay, you can luge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go head first down there.
If Bob shows up, we'll ask him if we should try some bobsledding down there.
He would know.
He would know. If anyone knows it's Bob. Okay, where are we getting to here?
Kathy's here.
Hey, Kathy.
So we are now at comment of the week.
Are we really?
Yes.
And what does that pertain to?
So our comment of the week this week, we decided, was our most popular comment. It got 4 likes and 5 replies. So this one was on our video about the ice caves. And Old Camp Ranch was like quite a few of you where you did not agree that it felt safe to go under those ice caves. But Okanagan Farm Dave, he was ribbing Rick a bit about not wanting to do that. There were some suggestions about drones and some agreement on not being willing to go under these ice caves.
Yeah. I mean, when it's really cold out, they're safe.
Yeah, there's
nothing really to worry about. They're extremely stable.
They look a lot scarier than they are.
Yeah.
Like there was little kids that were.
Yeah, and they do tours of these things.
Yeah, you can pay someone to walk you around them.
We're not experts. I won't take you on a tour there. We would go and hike there, but it certainly wouldn't be something that I promote to take people out unless I had the proper insurance. But beautiful, absolutely beautiful place.
Yeah, so that leads into our videos of the week.
Yeah, we can bump into there.
So our first video week was that video.
Let's hope this is the right one.
Yeah, so it was the ice caves. So it was hard making that video because it sucked compared to reality. Reality was amazing. The video was great. Don't get me wrong. The video was great, but you're looking at this video like, oh, it looks so much better in reality. But
it doesn't necessarily do it justice. Like for what you experience when you're there, the video only captures a very small piece of what you see there.
But so it took a little convincing for Dave. He's like, I don't know about this video, but
yeah,
in the end,
just once we got back, I had like 2 hours of video to root through to kind of pull out the gems.
Yeah.
And I mean, that said, there was a lot of footage that we had that did not get used.
So, you lucky live stream watchers. Bonus footage.
If you saw the previous video, here is a whole bunch of other stuff that we filmed there that was not in that video. So that was some of the other
Bonus footage.
Yeah, the bonus footage, and there's way more too. Kathy, it was the video that I started with was just getting too long. It was almost 15 minutes long, and I kind of wanted just to chop down to the really, really cool stuff and then save this stuff for the live stream. Maybe we'll put out a part 2. Maybe that video will become part 2 of the ice caves.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our shots rival Sean James.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know who that person
you can't really beat Sean James with his stuff. Myself Reliance.
Oh.
Yeah. I know. That guy captures the true beauty of Northern Ontario and living off-grid. Just absolutely amazing what he's done. If folks haven't checked out Sean James, or he has 2 channels, he has Sean James and also Myself Reliance, definitely check those out.
And we had a second video.
We did have a second
video.
It
was in somewhat impromptu live stream of us. So go on.
Well, I was just going to say, things warmed up, and we figured, let's take a hike on the property and dig into some trees.
Yeah, so we brought you along tapping our very first trees.
Live from Northern Ontario, tapping maple trees.
And you got to hear how much I squeal. I kept on falling, like almost waist deep when I'm walking to the camera, or being hit in the face by flapping trees. So, but it was fun.
Yeah,
I was glad to be able to get those trees tapped, and we already have sap.
We're getting up there.
In sap.
That day we did 4. We did 4 taps that day, and it was just kind of a test. You know, let's see if these things are dripping. And folks who tuned in, I know Kathy was there, Oaknob Dave was there, Start from Seed Homestead Jason was there.
Kevin jumped in and out.
Yep, Kevin jumped in.
You wanted to see our sawdust.
Yeah.
Our drill dust.
You guys got to see that sap start to flow as quick as we did. Maybe it took a few seconds to reach through the internet portals to get to you guys, but that was where it all began. And since then, this week, I may have 30 taps in now. I'm not sure. I haven't actually counted them.
We will tap birch. We haven't tapped birch. So we've always had, well, not always, except for last year, we've always had so much maple. We thought, well, why do birch? But even though we have tons of maple this year, we're also going to try tapping the birch because we have a lot of it on our property.
And the trails that I've been making, I don't know if anyone else has noticed had noticed in that video, the trails I was making were snaking along some of the big birch that we have on the property so that it's easy to move the taps from the maple over to the birch. Because the way that works is that birch, generally you start collecting the sap from those trees shortly after, or a slight overlap with the maple season. So
so that was we only had those 2 videos this week. No collabs or anything, so it was great. I really enjoyed bringing people along for the tapping.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
I'm surprised our cell phone service was able to.
I think it has better for comments. I think it's actually even better than this.
For the
how
time
quickly
delay.
We got the comments.
Yeah, for the time delay between video and comments, that's for sure. Why don't we just go through some of the comments here and see what's been going on?
They're telling me it's okay to squeal. I'm a girl. We tap our trees. Want to move up to this area. People were posting up that Sean Guy's stuff. We can do a director's cut that's super long of the ice caves.
That actually, Sam, that's probably a good idea. We should pop something like that up there.
And Billy Joe is still.
Billy Joe is still here. And Thomas lives in Michigan. I know that. I'm not exactly sure where, but
he was saying that he's thinking of moving up to the new key?
Redeemed Ranch. Birch is, it's a different syrup. It's not the same as maple. It is sweet, yes. It is something that really complements savory meals when you want a little bit of sweetness in that.
Yeah, it doesn't have as strong of a other flavor. It's very sweet, but it's almost like the experience I've had. We haven't tapped our own, but it's almost like it's like brown sugar. So it doesn't have a lot of extra. Like maple, it's very distinctly maple. We'll never mistake that as brown sugar.
Mm. But, yeah. Birch has a very distinct flavor. It's not for everyone. Some people actually find it bitter.
It's more like, I thought it was more like, at least the birch pop I drink is more like cream soda.
Yeah, it does have like a winter mint sort of.
Yeah. Secret Evaporator is coming along well.
Yes, Dave, it is coming along. Unfortunately, the vast majority of me filming it did not happen.
Thomas lives in Saginaw.
Okay.
Saginaw?
Yep. And that was because, Dave, when I began building the evaporator, I'll send you some pictures on Content Creator tomorrow or Sunday. It became a build that was every step is something new. You don't know what's coming next.
Open up Yellow Birch also has a little bit of winter fresh to it as well. You can tell if you break off with the twig and you smell it. The paper birch doesn't have as much of that as the yellow birch.
Yeah,
seems to have.
Dave has the black birch.
Yeah,
growing down there.
Yeah, he's saying that.
Yeah,
smells like mint.
It's the same as the winter, like the winter green berries that we pick.
Yeah,
it's the same like
family
chemical compound that creates that aroma and flavor.
But we have another video about the 6-day update. So you saw our live stream of tapping, but what about 6 days later?
6 days later.
Yeah.
So with the way that things warmed up here, we did get a decent flow in sap for 3 days.
3 days?
About 3 days. And it just so happens that we're willing to take you on that adventure with us. Welcome to the 2019 maple syrup season. It's kicked off. And actually, I can hear one of the springtime drums going right over here. Just a slow drip for now, but we have a bunch more trees to tap way out there. So let's do it. We have everything we need to tap in the sled. Drills, we have an electric drill, brace bit, plenty of lids, spiles, plenty of buckets. These trails in the snow will eventually be easier to navigate once I've been out here enough. But for now, you still risk falling in up to your waist if you hit one of the soft spots. And I've just got this tape on here marking the depth. I don't want to go any deeper than about 2 inches. This one's really flowing. See it coming out? Whoop! Almost missed the first drip. Look at that dripping already. been a few days since we tapped the trees. Temperatures have really dropped. So I'm gonna walk around and see what we've got in the buckets. Well, sapping a few of the buckets. Not too bad. We got, I would say, between 5 and 8 gallons collected so far, which is not too bad considering we only had like 2 days above freezing, 3 days. Next week, right around this time, we'll be boiling sap, I bet. So that was the little adventures that we had. Or more specifically, I had.
How did it work?
Harvesting the sap. Sweet. Yeah. The Canadian gold.
Sassafras tea with burnt syrup.
Hey, Jay. Welcome aboard.
Got a lot of interesting comments while that video was going.
Yeah.
Other people tried crappy tire food grade buckets.
Yep. Oh, they work great. Man, we got out in Manitoba last year. The little 2-gallon buckets, they went on sale for like $1.99 a piece. And I just scooped up. I don't even know how many of them I have. There are backup buckets here, and then we have the big 5-gallon buckets for going out and walking around. And
we lost our really big barrels when we moved here because we just couldn't fit them. So we'll have to.
We had a 100-liter big jug and a 220-liter jug that unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, we did donate them to some folks out in Manitoba. Mm-hmm. But we now have to source some new
larger containers.
Yeah.
We do have the 5-gallon buckets, but that's just going to be way too many 5-gallon buckets with that many trees that we have tapped. So we need something bigger. I'm looking into seeing if anybody's posting any from restaurants from bulk food, anything without brine, like leftover buckets, barrels. But I think we might have to go new. Not a lot available right now.
Yeah, TSC has a sale right now on the big reservoirs, so we'll probably end up going that route.
Yep. You haven't got a drop yet, Jay. That's too bad.
Yeah, I'm surprised. You sure you're not tapping ash trees like Jason that start from seed? That would be a problem.
Yeah.
I did actually, Jason, when I was watching your videos, I did kind of think those might be ash just because like the diamond-shaped bark. But I didn't say anything just because as you mentioned in the video, you seem to remember that those trees were in the fall. They were lit up, like the leaf color and whatnot. But anyways, live and learn. That's
In the Woods with Wolfie is here.
In the Woods with Wolfie. Welcome.
He uses Pop Bob.
Yep. I think you mentioned that last time as well.
Yeah. So, got that going. Are we short anything? We need more of anything.
As far as what goes?
Tapping.
No. Well, we're short on buckets.
Yeah.
Buckets versus taps, we're short on. Which might not necessarily be a problem. I mean, given that we do not have a storage tank right now, like we did in the past. I mean, the last big maple syrup run we did, we had a 220-liter tank filled to the top. This was in southern Ontario when we lived at the ranch. Remember?
Yeah, we had 10 trees tapped, and some of them had multiple taps.
Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't even close to what. That was a tenth. Well, not a tenth, a fifth of what we're going to be tapping here.
More taps. Like I said, some trees had multiple. And then we had a mixture of maples too. There was some sugar, some red, some silver.
Which, in my opinion, is the best way to do it. The best syrup you get comes from a blend of all those trees. I mean, I've had syrup, just straight sugar maple syrup, and yes, it's good, it's sweet, it's delicious. There's just no complexity to it. You need the complexity in your syrup.
Complexity? Yeah.
There's more than one maple tree out there. Oh, Tyler, Stuff and Such is here.
Contract Wilderness Experience says the new Kenworth and other big truckers use urea to make the diesel burn cleaner. Those truckers buy those stuff in 45-gallon plastic barrels. So you're suggesting of using those barrels? Oaknub has 60 gallons now.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Holy God, man. It's just crazy. You can look at it this way, though, Jason. With those ash trees, if they are ash trees, morels will be growing in and around those trees. Because I also did notice when you were walking down your laneway in that video today, you also have some aspen trees growing, or poplar, or they have various different names. You have prime area for morels to be growing. And if I didn't have prime area here as well, I would be showing up at your doorstep in about probably 3 weeks' time, maybe 4. You might find me out in the bush there, picking mushrooms.
Kathy wants us to luge.
Luge, yeah. That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
We're still waiting for Bob to show up to tell us whether or not we should bobsled. What else is going on here?
Yeah, he says he gets washes them out, gets them free or cheap. It's simple. Let's figure out who we could ask him.
Yeah.
Free or cheap is my favorite thing.
Yep. Definitely. I would like to know more about the basswood, Tyler. That is something that I have read about. Have never tapped basswood. Interested though. I'll tap just about anything.
Oakdub's going to seed his area with lion's mane. I saw the lion's mane you're growing inside. That was pretty cool.
Yes. Absolutely.
Snow gone in a few weeks.
We can only hope. I remember coming through this area last year on May the 5th, and there was still 2 feet of snow. I was down this way, down from Manitoba fishing, and there was still 2 feet of snow in the bush here. So, I mean, that's still a month and a half away.
Well, speaking of tapping.
Oh yeah, those things. So as I've been going through the bush, tapping trees here, I've been pulling out these taps that were left behind by the previous fellow that lived here. And I didn't notice how many trees were tapped on the property here until I started tapping the trees. And just about every tree that I walk up to, thinking, this is a nice tree to tap. There are tap holes from previous years. Some of them way up there, some of them way down here. So it's interesting because you can really see from year to year, the snow accumulation.
By where the trees are tapped. What if he tapped them or he let someone else tap them? We'll never know.
Yeah, we'll never know.
Unless someone approaches us and says, "Hey, are you tapping your tree?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jin gets food grade buckets from the deli. I was thinking about contacting this place that does bulk. It's like a mill. Well, it used to be a mill, and now they just sell things that a mill would have sold. 1,000-liter tank for $150. We'll have to get back to you there.
Yeah. What kind of tank are we talking about, Tyler?
Only been food and non-pesticide
Yeah.
stuff.
Just water, or
These aren't the best taps, though.
yeah, I'm not a big fan of the plastic ones. That's just me. Everyone has their own ideas, you know.
But they are skinnier.
Yeah, that'd be one of the 5/16 size holes. Ours are all 7/16, but that's a whole other discussion.
Kim is here. Hi, Kim. Thanks
Kim!
for stopping in.
Welcome.
That was a beautiful picture of a rainbow.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Kim is my cousin.
Yes, and I'm really, really hoping that we can hook up with Kim next time we go down. I haven't seen Kim like since our wedding, I think. Yeah. It might have been that long. I know. We interact quite a bit on Facebook and stuff, but because we have the same weird, dirty sense of humor. Dirty?
Perfectly clean.
Perfectly clean.
Perfectly.
Yes. We use a lot of the same words that a lot of other people don't like to use or hear those words.
So we've seen a lot of Oknop tonight. I'm kind of surprised that he's willing to grace us with our presence.
Yes,
with his presence.
I know.
There's-
A pretty amazing thing happened with Dave over there at Oak Knob Farms.
What is that, Dave North?
Well, I mean, I'm not sure if folks are tuned into Dave's channel. If you're not, you better be. Someone here better pop a link in there. Dave just nailed 10,000 subscribers on his channel. Now, it's not like he needs a shout out from us, but I consider Dave a good friend. I mean, we chat daily. And I love his channel. It's all over the place. It's not just not just a here you go, this is a farm channel. It's all over the place. He's got a lot to share. Dave also provides some of the music for our live show.
Mm-hmm. The answer machine one.
Yes.
Dave.
Hey,
The
Dave.
Answer machine.
It's Jerry. Hey, Dave. It's Jerry. No more of that.
So if that was stuck in anybody's head, you can blame Dave at Oak Knob Farm.
Yeah.
Not us. That wasn't our fault.
No.
What's our favorite way to use maple syrup?
Oh man, I use maple syrup for everything.
Who drinks it?
Yeah, I do drink it.
Oh, we like it on pork. Pork is really good on pork.
Everything.
Yeah, we're hoping this year we're going to have a lot, and so we're hoping to use it as a substitute for almost anything you put sweet in. So we use it in our pizza sauce. We use it in our
Spaghetti sauce.
barbecue sauce. We use it on pork.
Chili. When we're making chili.
We used it in sausage instead of honey. So many good things.
Yeah, I mean it really is my substitute for your regular white sugar. There are a few times I'll use white sugar and stuff, but if I can, I use maple syrup instead of white sugar. That stuff is poison, folks.
Stuff and such is talking about the caged toads.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And Dave at Oak Knob Farm is blushing. You should be blushing.
Yeah, you should be.
Yeah.
Go back up to the. I'd like to get a little more I don't know how your computer works. It's a Windows thing. I don't know.
We've already seen everything. Someone has lame snow. North. I was wondering about that North Star Prepstetter. Her she reset the live feed, so she was 30 minutes behind. So Luge comment.
Oh,
Herkimer Diamonds. Dave did a lot of Herkimer Diamonds things. Yes, we use it in our salad dressing too.
oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
A nice balsamic vinegar or our homemade apple cider vinegar with oil and maple syrup with some spices is like the best.
Mm-hmm.
The best salad dressing.
Really, the only thing that I use the white sugar for is when I make wine or cider. I mean, I can't really think of any other times that I know you still use it when you're making bread and pizza crust or like pizza dough and stuff like that. But
it'd be nice to try to switch that over though.
It would be, but see for those kinds of things,
but we can make sugar from maple.
We can.
So
yeah, that will be something that we're definitely making this year is powdered maple sugar.
Mm-hmm.
And
hopefully.
Yeah, and an exciting thing is that we will probably still have snow here once we start boiling, so we can make maple taffy. Whoop!
Mm.
If you guys haven't had maple taffy, man, you're missing out.
So tomorrow we are going to Batchewana Bay's largest invite-only perch fishing derby.
Yes.
It should be fun.
I'm actually going to catch a rainbow trout, but everyone else is after perch.
Perch? Rainbow trout won't count?
No, rainbow... Anyways.
Oh, yeah, there's the biggest rainbow trout, there's the biggest any fish. It's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Just get cash.
Oh, man, we do. Forgot about that. There's a huge entry fee into this fishing derby, but I still can't believe we were invited into this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
how did they even know?
Well, considering you're a fish doctor, you would think they would know better than to invite you into this thing.
Yeah, it rigged. I got my fellow fish scientists to go stock the lake for me.
Lake Superior. Mm-hmm. So you know all those fish will be right there waiting for Amanda.
Yeah. We don't put any sugar in our coffee, Dave.
No.
Dave would be very angry about that.
Dude. Man, I was a co-owner in a coffee roastery for like 15 years. And every time someone made a friggin' latte or put sugar in their coffee or a cappuccino or whatever, I cringed. I went to every end of this earth to find the best coffee beans for everyone. And what did everyone do? They put sugar in their coffee. Come on, guys. That's like pouring vinegar on your perfectly cooked steak. Why would you do this?
I actually didn't drink coffee till I met Dave. And he started weaning me on with, we have the cups here. I'll show you how he started weaning me on.
The tiny little cups?
Yeah.
But really, guys, the whole thing about putting cream and sugar in your coffee is directly related to crappy coffee. That's what I started giving Amanda coffee in.
Mm-hmm. Kim wants to know what birch syrup tastes like. We've had a little bit of this conversation, but there's a wide range depending on what which birch you tap, but very interesting. You should try it. We'll bring some down.
Yep, we will bring you a nice little bottle of it's it's different. It's not maple syrup. It's still just as good in a different way.
Someone says David Oaknop will not tell you what brand of coffee he drinks. And then someone says vinegar is A1 steak sauce.
Yeah, Sam.
Right, Sam's
Yeah. So I have actually, I don't know, this is kind of off topic, but most folks don't even really understand where coffee comes from or how it grows or how it comes to be the brown liquid that you drink. And I do actually still have some green coffee here that I plan on roasting up on our wood stove here and making a video about it. I'm not really sure if people are interested in
Would
understanding.
you be interested in the history and the different parts and how coffee is made? Let us know. Someone wants to know, Doug and Wendy up north wants to know, what is the scientific name for fish doctor? So Dave calls me a fish doctor.
It's an ichthyologist.
Yeah. Well, because I have a PhD and I study fish, so I'm not a fish doctor. I'm a doctor.
A doctor of fish.
A philosophy that studies fish.
Yeah. And weird thing, the river down the road here, I'll go out and I'll catch all kinds of trout all day long. And then Amanda will get a day off work and it's like, come on, let's head down and do some fishing. You think we can catch anything? No, because they know she's there.
The smell, I mean, the thousands of fish I've sacrificed in the name of science.
Yep. So then she gets this grandiose idea that all of my fishing videos, which are on my other fishing channel, are all doctored and it's all CGI. Mm-hmm. And I can understand, where she's coming from with that because
gotta see it to believe it.
You do?
Lovely Lisa Warrior Queen is here.
Oh, nice.
Hello.
Hi, Lisa. Nice to see you popping in.
Colombian.
I know Raspberry Rock's live right now too, so you should be over there. But it's cool that you popped in over here.
Better.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Russ is probably missing you. Unless you got both going at the same time, then he wouldn't even know.
We won't know.
No, we won't know. Because we're over here right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! Glenna Marine just popped in.
Oh! Really
nice.
Enjoyed your live stream the other day.
Oh man, the video that they put out today, Spring called, or tried to call. It's hard to say. Go check out the video from today over on Glenna Marine's channel. Perfectly describes life in Northern Ontario. To a T. Yeah, I know you haven't seen it yet. But...
No, I haven't worked. But I went into the live stream, making some guesses. Kind of like Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, last night, yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was watching some weird firefighter show or something like that, and you were watching it.
Self-Reliant Roadshow, we haven't mentioned them yet.
No. So Bob...
Probably because Bob's not here. Maybe we shouldn't mention them.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't. Nah, you know what? Self-Reliant Roadshow. Hitting the road in... Man, what are we at now?
April 1st he's leaving.
No, they're leaving the 29th now.
Ooh.
To get a little kickstart.
Ooh.
As long as the weather cooperates.
Maybe that's why he's not here. That's like 2 weeks away.
Yeah. And their roadshow tour is totally booked up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there's no room left. There might be if you're in the right place as they're coming through, it might work out.
Mm-hmm. That's great. Glad to hear. We're probably going to be season 3.
It kind of depends because in October of this year, they're going to head up to the Sault Ste. Marie border here just to talk to the Canadian and U.S. border folks about what they need to do to come up here and to travel across Canada. So I think what we're going to do is, as long as things line up, we're going to meet up with them on the U.S. side for lunch. And maybe some fishing. If you and Mrs. B let me and Bob go fishing, that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see
What, we're going to
happens.
let you go fishing? You're not
Well,
going to let us go fishing?
I don't know. You guys are welcome to fish with us. I mean, me and Bob have already
Maybe you guys are allowed to fish.
Me and Bob have already been figuring out spots to fish.
Mm.
Have you and Mrs. B been figuring out spots to fish?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then maybe we have another fishing derby coming up. Prepstetter Bob Self-Reliant Roadshow Fishing Derby.
Ooh.
Details to come. St. Mary's River.
2.1 million views on one video.
With, that's,
Oh, no.
yeah, Oak Knob. I know, that's crazy, eh, Kathy?
And Billy Joe wants to know what's the best coffee.
The best coffee? Well,
Cat butt coffee.
no, definitely not. The best coffee, Billy Joe, is the coffee that you can get from a local roaster who roasts, and you get the coffee within days, hours of it being roasted. Something that most folks don't know about coffee that you buy in grocery stores, that coffee is allowed to go stale before it gets packaged. That is a true thing.
So you have a consistent flavor whenever you try it.
Yeah, you have a consistently crappy coffee flavor when you try it, which is why most folks add cream and sugar to their coffee. Coffee should not be bitter. Coffee should not be gross. Coffee should be consumed like a fine whiskey or wine or scotch.
Agua Indian Crafts, did they find a buyer? Not sure. They were having sales all the way up until they closed, so...
Yeah, they, Doug, I'm not sure what happened with that. My gut tells me that no, they did not. And things this spring hopefully will carry on as usual. The folks that work there, it's a really close-knit group of folks that work there, as well as the producers that create all of their garments, their moccasins, everything. I would really hate to see that place tank, because that has been, since I was a kid driving up here, has been a staple. We always stop there. Always.
Mm-hmm.
And to that note, if Agua does not open up again, you're looking at the Voyageurs Lodge being your only gas stop between Sault Ste. Marie and Wawa, and that is
150 something kilometers.
Yeah, 150 kilometer stretch of no gas.
You cannot grow coffee here.
No, you can't.
It's not about temperature, it's about altitude. You might be able to grow coffee, but
It won't flower.
It won't flower.
It won't flower.
You'll be able to grow the tree.
Yeah, but it just will not flower. It's an altitude thing. We could grow coffee here.
Maybe.
We could, but I mean, again, it's that coffee is the plant is an evergreen tree. It's a tree. It's a big tree, like a cherry tree. Everything is hand-picked, in proper...
Jason wants to know why you don't roast your own coffee.
I roasted coffee for 15 years, and...
Well, another reason is because in order to get green beans, it's not... You can't really find green beans in small batches. You have to buy really big batches of green beans. And we just haven't been in the position to do that. So we might be able to do that once if we get more storage around here for the green beans, because you'll have to buy them a lot at a time, unless you can find a local roaster that will give you some of their green beans.
So for folks wondering, this is coffee before it becomes coffee.
So you can keep green beans for basically forever.
So the way this works is kind of like a peanut, but it's also like the pit of a cherry. So these beans would fit together like you would find inside of a peanut. Okay, so that's green coffee before it's been roasted. And I spent years and years and years roasting this stuff. This is one of the many sample bags that I have left from...
That's from Peru?
This is from Peru. This is actually from Cafe Femenino. I'm not sure who's watching, but Cafe Femenino was a little project that we started in Peru that empowered women coffee farmers in Peru whose land had been passed down to them. But that's a whole other separate thing once again.
Mm-hmm.
So I do plan to, this bag of coffee, I will roast this up in, like a popcorn maker on the wood stove.
Jason says he found an online retailer that sells green beans in single pounder.
Yeah, this is about a pound here. A pound will turn into roughly 3/4 of a pound once you've roasted it.
I guess I was kind of talking about for value for your dollar. You want to, it's better to buy bulk. But I guess you can buy small.
Yeah, you can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Dave, we will do some roast videos. I'm down with that.
It is smoky. It needs some good ventilation.
Yeah. Now, this is kind of cool. When I had first gotten into roasting coffee, you know minnow traps, like the wire cage minnow traps that you put together? One of the first ways that I roasted coffee outside of my coffee roastery was one of these minnow traps on a rotisserie thing in my barbecue. Huh. Very cool. Very fun. It lit on fire. But it was still fun. It was some dark coffee.
Sam wants to know how we like to make our coffee.
Man, I'm pretty easygoing when it comes to making coffee. I'll drink coffee any method. My absolute preferred method that I think brings out the flavor the most is using a French press.
Where I like to filter it a bit. I like it better when it runs through a filter. So I prefer the pour over, or we have the AeroPress that we're using right now.
Mm-hmm. Single cup, really?
It's like a single cup. Push it through this little tiny filter. But that's my favorite. I find it's a little bit less bitter. Is that the right word?
No, don't use that.
He doesn't like it when I say bitter. It's a little bit less acidic when you use a paper filter.
Oh yeah, cold brew, man. Sam, you got it going right there. What we used to do at the shop, and I know they're still doing it there, is a 24-hour cold brew. And basically just where you take your ground coffee and plop it into a bucket, cold brew it for 24 hours, and filter everything out. Man, it's good. It's so good. You'd be surprised at how tasty cold coffee over ice is when it's brewed with the cold method. Well, actually, you probably know, Sam.
Glenn and Marine also like pour over.
Yep. But
they also use French press. Jason also pour over.
Yep.
Pour overs unite. Yep. Everyone says French press.
I see. We don't use French press too often here at all, and it's more just because we both do agree on the pour over. It's quite tasty, and I mean, even in the last couple months, it was really in the off-grid experiment thing. We really cut back on the coffee consumption.
Yeah.
Really cut back from like a liter a day to a cup a day.
Well, a liter between the two of us.
Yeah, but even still, I mean.
I cheat sometimes. I can get coffee at work for 25 cents. So sometimes I have a second cup at work. 1 in the morning.
Yeah. I usually have 1, maybe 2 cups a day. Where, I mean, it used to be, I'd drink easily 5 minimum cups a day.
Sam says the cold brew also makes a difference.
It does. It totally cuts down on the acidity, Sam. Totally.
Metal filter instead of the paper.
Where are we at here? Yeah, we should kind of get caught up a wee bit.
Oh no, it's 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm not sure if anyone else has any shows coming up after us or anything like that. I don't want to be cutting into their time.
MB Guy 918 is willing to admit that he buys instant coffee.
Oh. Okay, I'll let you off with that one for now, MB Guy. I've been known to do that too. Ice fishing trips, things like that. With the I can't even remember what it's called.
AeroPress.
AeroPress, yeah. That thing, I mean, instant coffee, that thing, really the same deal. It's pretty simple.
So there's little tiny paper filters there. And then the plunger. So we fill that up with...
You put your coffee in, then you fill it with water. You put a filter in here, you pop this on, you flip it over, you put it on top of Dan, and you push the plunger down. Boom.
Delicious coffee.
Dan is caffeinated. Wow. He does look like me, doesn't he? I never noticed the resemblance before.
Oh my goodness. And that's all the waste in terms of paper.
That's your filter that goes in there. Nifty little things.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny bit pinch cuts the burning acidity. Of what? Salt? No.
No.
Don't do that.
No.
Don't listen to Dave. He might have 10,000 subscribers, but don't listen to Dave. Yes, Dan's super top hat. Maybe that's how we should start every live stream. Yeah, with Dan's super top hat.
Mm-hmm. Not the way around. Okay, so it is 9:02. We're keeping you long. I am sorry. I think we've gone through everything we have written down.
I think so. Did we? Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah.
We can just flash a few little things on the screen here really quick. There was that.
Yeah.
Old Camp Ranch is back. If folks didn't know Old Camp is back, Rick, he's back. We went and explored some ice caves.
Mm-hmm. We tapped some trees.
Yep, we did.
We tapped some more trees.
So, folks, it's Friday night. You guys probably have a lot more to be doing than just hanging out with us here.
Mm-hmm. So, thank you, Kim. Shot of bourbon cuts down the acidity. Now we're getting into
that I can get behind. That I can get behind.
Yeah, so good night. Enjoy your night. Tap some trees.
Doug and Wendy, shoot us a message over on Instagram. Let us know where you're at and when you are going to be getting up here, because I would love to connect with you guys, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We've been in touch for a little while over on the Instagram thing, and looking forward to meeting you guys.
Yeah, give us a thumbs up. Why not?
Until next time, see ya.
Oh.
Hi, Dave. It's Jerry. Hi, Dave. It's Jerry. It's Jerry. Trying to follow up with the drawing that you sent. Just the drawing that you sent. Hi, Dave. The that you sent. The drawing that you sent. The drawing that you sent. Right off the bat. Right off the bat. Right off the bat. Right off the bat. Okay, good. Amazing. Amazing. The drawing that you sent. Okay, good. Okay, good. The drawing that you sent. Right off the bat. The drawing that you sent. 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 Hi, Dave. It's Jerry. Hi, Dave. It's Jerry. It's Jerry. Right off the bat. Right off the bat. Right off the bat. Right off the bat. Hi, Dave. Hi, Dave. It's Jerry. Hi, Dave. It's Jerry. It's Jerry. Three. One. PM. 3:31 PM.